and welcome to this week's episode of the SmartBox Web Marketing Video Podcast. I'm your host, Colin Receiver, and on today's episode, I want to talk about a wild phone call that I got yesterday from Dr. Woody Oakes. Dr. Oakes called me yesterday, and he said, "Hey, Colin, I just saw your Solomo podcast that you put out last week. And, I think you got a ton of great information in there. You did a really good job shooting it and editing it and whatnot. And, I really like the way you differentiated yourself with, shooting these podcasts, making it look like you're driving in your car. Do you think that you could shoot something like this for me for our upcoming spring break seminar?" And I wasn't really sure how to take it, if he was joking or being serious. And so I just frankly responded, well, Dr. Oakes, I really am driving in my car when I'm shooting these podcasts. And I just kind of stopped and it was silent. I don't think he believed me. And, so here we are to prove it. I'm here in my car, and I've got my handy flip cam here. And we're going to do some cool effects here. We're going to record with the flip cam, and this is me talking into two cameras at once. So, the same kind of flip cam that a lot of dentists are using in their office. And here's my video setup, me videotaping the video camera. And our people next door to us there. So, anyway, turn off this flip cam while we're actually going to be moving. So the real reason that I haven't put out a really good podcast this week was we've been kind of neck deep in filming. We're putting together a new video training series called Patient Attractors, how to zero in on the patients that you want. And it's going to contain about 5 to 6 hours of video here with the first release. It's going to have some corresponding reports, all kinds of great information that we're going to be pre-releasing to a select group of dentists probably in early May. We should have the editing and everything in place. So I'm going to put a link at the bottom of the screen right now, and go ahead and check that out. If you're interested in getting on our waiting list, our pre-release waiting list, just plug in your information there. I think it's set up to ask for your first name and your email address, and we'll let you know as soon as that's available. Also, for those of you listening that are going to be attending Dr. Oak's Spring Break Seminar in Destin, Florida, I don't think we're going to have our presentation, the Patient Attractors, ready just yet, but we will have other books and DVDs on hand. Speaking of, if you haven't gotten registered yet, I suggest you get over to their website as soon as possible. I was actually at Dr. Oak's office today, and one of the things that he mentioned was that, they've had a record year for signups and attendance, and they're going to have to start cutting off new signups here very soon, because they, I guess the conference hall, they've only got room for so many, there's nothing worse than struggling with the decision and finally making the decision, and then you realize the option's not even available. So, head on over to his website. They've got probably the best lineup of speakers I've ever seen in Destin this year, and it's a tremendous value for the small fee that of admission to get in. If you want to get signed up, the link to his website I'm going to put right there. Go ahead and type that in to your browser, or down below the video I'm going to put a copy of that link down there too. So that's about all we have for this week. Next week, hopefully, if we get through a lot of this filming, I'll have time to prepare another great video podcast for you guys, but no promises. So until then, Colin Receiver here saying, keep moving forward.